Yeah, I know checkpoints. Think and save. We traversed the hallway Honglu found, walking in awkward depressed silence, until Wang Zhao broke it. I mean to ask, are the rumors true? What rumors? The rumor that Xuchuan lost her Heisho pack. Hey, who knows? Tell me something valuable and I might just hand over another coin. Wang Zhao suggested, gesturing broadly at the coins dangling from himself. Unfortunately, I lost touch with Shichu after we arrived at Hongwan, so I don't know any details myself. Alright, okay, I guess we'll see in due time. As you know, losing your Heisho pack is a bigger loss than losing a limb. If the rumors are true, she must have been having a pretty hard time out here. Jichun, I wonder if she's doing okay. She'll be okay. Like always, she's a plucky one after all. Jichun is probably the other one who I think could be one that Honglu like picks to take the first place spot. But part of me thinks it'd be more interesting to have someone outside of his bloodline take that instead. Which at the very least Jiakui slash Kongkui seems to be. Somehow Honglu ended up comforting Sinclair. As we continued down the hall chatting, we eventually found ourselves before a shut gate. Let's head inside. I thought this would have a down path with that line, but maybe not. Okay. Slashy group. This place looks like a laboratory. There's nothing left. Not even a faint blood yeah, okay, I read it right the first time. Though I sense a scurrying rat. A rat? Know who you're talking about before you insult them. Who are you? We're a different candidate's clan. I'm Bao Yu of the Jia family. Honglu extends a placid greeting. I thought you had 12 companions, Jia Bao Yu, so what's this Wang guy doing here? You've already made an alliance. A thing like you. But we're not allies. Doesn't seem like he's buying it. Doubt he ever will. So who is he, Honglu? I'm pretty sure he's from the Shi family. So he must be a Shi. There was an awkward silence. Ha! Come on, man. Hua. Thanks for the help. So she, Hua, something. Good, you're getting there. You're getting warmer. Now let's... What the hell are you guys doing? Forget, who gives a shit anyway? If every candidate indeed has the same number of coins, I should prioritize finding weaker candidates like you to steal from. It's beyond me where you even got the guts to throw your hat in the ring for the family hierarchy war out of nowhere. Last I heard, you were roaming the city like some unemployed lout after spending years holed up in Dongguanyan. So what brings you here, huh? Had enough of the city tour? Luckily, I never had a moment of boredom. I found so many marvelous and interesting things out there. Like, did you know that there are people out there who sleep in roofless rooms? Asshole, you think you're funny? I swear I'm gonna eliminate you here. You sure know how to make friends, young Master Bao Yu. Oh, that hit multiple? Was unaware.
단순해서 좋군. 9번 수감자. 물론 좋은 성과를 갖고 돌아온다면
So it kind of really sucks that you're giving me your weaker move right now.
흑수묘 뒷박스 춤
Damn. Damn, it's like right under what you were rolling.
대체가 약화된 것 같습니다.
Okay, got a few that are staggered.
간당 목숨줄만 붙어있군. 곧 끝장낼 수 있을 것 같은데 소감자들로 효율적인 마무리를 명령하시겠지요, 단테.
Two, two, one, and you counter, so I'm just gonna ignore you right now.
불쌍하게 울고지. 놀랐어?
대성공이야. 가른 신나. 노래 부를까?
Okay, 3 staggered. Yeah, I think we're good.
탈출 개체 확인. 항상 지켜보고 있었지.
Nice.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요. 깔끔하게 몰아붙였습니다. 그 삶의 마침표를 골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
헤어내리. 여행엔 목적이 있었지. 숨통 끊기.
승객이 딱콩 한 번 먹였어.
깔끔하게 물었군.
생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
Oh yeah, target Medu. Medu can take it.
어머, 놀랐어?
I wonder if this is kind of the play. Trying out damage.
흑수묘, 뜀박질 춤. 숨통 끊기.
Yep, there's a stagger. That's what I was looking for.
깔끔하게 물었군.
환상의 세계로 들어가 보죠.
골치 아픈 것들이 거기
And now you die.
단테. 나쁘지 않은 생각이다.
완전 투성이네.
Time to fork over some coins.
자, 있는 동전들을 남김없이 내놓도록.
Now hand over your entire coin bundle, cough it up. I know you don't have many, but if you take all my coins, I'll be eliminated.
그래.
Yes, exactly. Our eliminated candidate subjected to summary execution here. That wasn't a rule.
자, 몇몇 후보자들이 드디어 뜨거운 만남을 가지게 되었습니다.
Looks like some candidates have finally have some exciting run-ins with one another.
이번 대전의
As a reminder, the goal of this game is to collect as many coins as possible within the given time limit.
후보자 간의 협력이나 포섭도 좋지만 원만한 대화가 이루어지지 않을 때는 무력이
Sure, cooperation and alliances are all well and good, but when negotiations go up in smoke, might become a pretty reliable fallback plan.
안심하세요.
Don't worry though, that shadows of Hongwan hiding in the corner of the arena will safely guide any coinless candidates out of the building.
반항은 하지 않는 걸
Oh, by the way,
추천드립니다.
resisting them is kind of a terrible idea. I heard they're faster to act than to talk.
흑수를 배치한 모양이군요.
They must have placed a Heisho here. That's bullshit. Of course, if you've lost more than your coins, your life, for example, I suppose that Heisho will be escorting your corpse out of here instead.
그렇다는군. 시체로 퇴장하길 바란다.
You heard her. Would you like to have your corpse escorted out, or would you rather leave on your own accord? Fine, my coins are yours. Take them all. I like that it still says she family and question marks.
자, 사씨 가문의 후보자 한 분이 탈락했습니다. 박력 있는 상대 세가의 기세에 짓눌렸군요.
A candidate from the Shi family has been eliminated from the game. What an overwhelmingly dominating display of charisma from the opposing candidate's clan member.
탈락자는 복도로 나가
If you've been eliminated, please come out to the hallway, forfeit your weapons, and wait for further instructions. Please note that any eliminated candidates lose all rights and privileges pertaining to candidates of the family hierarchy evaluation. And
기억났어요.
oh, I remember now. His name's Shi Huazhen. We're already up to 7 coins, huh? Hey, that's not bad. Let's wrap this up at ASAP and get the heck out of this creepy house.
음울함이 짙게 깔려 있어.
We're beheaded in all directions by sorrow and tragedy that appears to have been a laboratory for an unknown purpose. Yisong's eyes scan the various machines that are messily strewn about the room. Kong family's laboratory, most likely. Yeah, saw the plaque earlier. Apparently their entire family got completely annihilated after presumably breaking a taboo or something. Going by what Hong Lu said earlier, the gathering from everything we've heard about the Kong family so far, it sure sounds like they're all dead. It wasn't a time before the Jia family wielded as much power as it does now. Okay, so they were not potentially directly involved. Unless their partial involvement led to the execution and that's what got them in power, kind of thing. Like, that's the other, like, loop it can go to. Boy, the Kong family really was something back then. Outputting a constant stream of new groundbreaking boluses with all kinds of unique qualities can't have been easy, but somehow they managed it back then. Because the Kong family had some impressive contributions to the city as a whole, even past the boundaries of Hongwan itself. Other families had no choice but to watch and awe as it stood like a mountain so far above them. Yes, I heard that they delved into various research subjects here. Well, despite all the glory, what awaited them at the end was tragedy. There's no record or evidence of any kind left that could tell us what kind of experiments they carried out down here. Nope, it all got purged. Anything to do with their experiments has been practically atomized by the claws that came here. Perhaps in search of the novel, they failed to notice the avarice spiraling out of control, the recurring development among those whose passion is research. For a while, people from the high and mighty families of Hongwan refused to even look in the general direction of this building. They thought it was heretical, that it would bring them misfortune. Of course, I was pretty young then, so this is just what the adults told me. Do you recall aught from then, Hong Lu? I was also very young, only 10 years old, so my memories aren't very clear. But I recall the day when the weight of the avarice broke both the heavens above the earth beneath the Kong family and smote them. But our existence is as fragile as paper, bound to fade away into nothingness, just as they have. So I guess that's why we should always be mindful of excess, to empty ourselves that we will not overflow. Hong Lu spoke so calmly and clinically about the day when countless lives were lost. Thank you so much again, everyone who is here today, for the Kong family and Hong Yuan's eternal prosperity. This must be a recording from before the Kong family's complete annihilation. Let this experiment be another resounding success for us, so that everyone in Hong Yuan will be a step closer to achieving immortal life. Do know that our successes is a guarantee, so we would like to ask all research personnel to put their best into every project. Do you see now? It was not a matter of our formula, but rather the process. The order of formulation that diminished the efficiency of your previous bolus. Let me demonstrate by example. Directly mixing two diametrically opposing ingredients, safflower, which carries the element of fire, and fleece flour, which carries the element of water, will cause a repelling reaction. What does the Kong family do in such a case? Use white peony or gold in between the addition of either ingredient so that they may coexist. Yes, a rudimentary application of the bolus production methodology. However, one thing we must know is that the law followed by our ingredients is not defined solely by the 5 phases and 8 trigrams. Though the 5 phases are correctly aligned, ingredients each imbued with elements of the sequagrinary cycle, distinguished by both the heavenly stems and the earthly branches, all exhibit different effects. Another aspect of this art is to consider that the space-time itself is a variable that modifies the laws by which yin and yang operate. Thus, even if the same recipe were to be followed to the letter, the hour, the minute, and the second during which the bolus is combined affects its qualities and characteristics. So that's why following the same family recipes could yield boluses of varying effects. You also must remain wary of where one stores the boluses once they are completed and when to remove them from shade. Do keep that in mind. Do keep in mind that a wise forger of bolus always remains acutely aware of the harmony and discord that coexist between the ingredients. You certainly have an exceptionally high degree of expertise when it comes to the boluses. I cannot help but always depend on you so. You are the only person who would ever come up with such innovative ways to forge these boluses. You've managed to untangle this side effect in a matter of moments, when we've struggled with it for months. We cannot help but feel a tinge of shame before your skill. Consider this boon good karma for your vast and profound generosity. It's all thanks to your wisdom and acumen, Variable GMU. You deserve every reverence and admiration for coming this far, armed with nothing but your skill and wit. And as they admire your achievements, they find hope as well. Of course. No one could have possibly foreseen that the declining Shi family would produce the next hierarch after all, especially someone without a proper clan. Oh, that is not what I had intended to convey. Variable GMU, is it if I had offended you by any chance? Worry not, for you have spoken true. I understand that it was all thanks to the Kong family's generosity that I could rise. I know better than anyone that you could have easily eliminated me before I had the chance to ascend to the seat of the family hierarch. Okay, so what I said before about maybe being part of their fall could be a thing. GMU was part of Kong family helped GMU rise, but GMU had a hand in their fall. And you would have done so had you wished to further solidify the Kong's family position here. In fact, our hearts were truly stirred by the most unexpected outcome of the family hierarch war. You have clutched victory with nothing but wisdom when all odds were against you. Not to mention that we are greatly appreciative of all the assistance you have so graciously provided us. Save your compliments, please. I am only honored that you saw any use of my insignificant tricks. After all, it's left to pursue the prolong the eternal prosperity of Hong Yuan, is it not? Grandma, are you making new boluses again? Indeed, little Baloo. There's karma to be repaid. And do I have to keep coming here with you, Grandma? Yes, this beautiful scenery will not be complete without you as its witness. You have frequented this place with regularity, Honglu. Yes, Grandmother often brought me here to play, hand in hand. Oh, are you guys done collectively spacing out? I've been thinking while you were gone. I've come up with something quite interesting. So since the results of the second round are decided only when the time is up, I'm sure there are candidates out there are coming up with strategies like collect a moderate amount of coins, find a nice height in corner to lie low, and wait until everything blows over. We just might walk away with a decent rank. Know what I mean? There are many points of failure to that plan, but it would indeed be an appropriate strategy for candidates who are not so confident about their odds in open combat. Right? But here's the thing. Wouldn't it make for such a boring show if most of the candidates are just hiding and doing nothing for a majority of the game? I mean, they even made a show of gathering an audience for this song and dance. There must be. I sensed a very subtle vibration the moment we walked out of the lab and into the hallways. Wang Jiao must have felt it too. He stopped in his tracks and looked around. Hold on. Did you guys hear that? Well, looks like this is where our brief fellowship comes to an end. That was a short but sweet exchange, Jiabaoyu. But I don't think you're the one who should hold the most coins. What? Once the game ends, I hope we'll all find what we came here for. We weren't planning on sticking with him through the entire round, but yeah, it's a bit sudden, huh? I guess it's better than a full-on betrayal. We're going our separate ways, just like that? There is no time to spare worrying about him. Attention, full speed sprint toward 3 o'clock direction. Go, go, go. Huh? What? Oh, at least tell us what's going on. As for it, the walls are rising from the floor. That's when the host's cheerful voice began booming from the speakers, excitedly explaining the situation. Let's keep things interesting with a new rule. And this one's for you, dear viewers, who've been bored out of your minds with how safe the candidates were playing things. Starting now, walls are going to start closing off rooms and corralling our candidates every set interval, shrinking the arena. If you somehow end up trapped in a room, you'll fail to make it to the shrinking arena. Well, that's an elimination, of course. Of course. Looks like it's really chaotic out there. Now let's try not to push our luck and get yourself stuck between walls, okay? It'll be one hell of a cleanup job to have to scrape and scrub bits off the walls. Better get moving. We began sprinting full speed to where the walls were starting to rise from the floor, and the host snidely chipper tone taunting us the whole time. Oof, looks like some of you didn't make it. You were so close to, and ouch, I spare candidates who's been separated from her clan in the chaos. Oop, try not to lose your coins in the chaos. Okay, so it shows the rankings. Oh, Jiaqui is in 3rd. There are 2 people above him. 2 unknown people above him. And he has 7. Yeah, I guess that's why that's all blocked off now. I swear she's gonna get a fist to her face before we leave this place. Man, I really wish I could have done some cardio with you guys. My legs were screaming at me to take a seat and rest, but we simply did not have the time to sit still. We've got no choice but to keep on running. Honglu, this place must not have offered much diversion for a child. Was it not drab or tedious? Grandmother really knew a lot about the boluses. Every time I was here, I would always watch her take command of the room, fiercely bringing about a storm of directions and orders for the researchers. So no, it wasn't drab or tedious, and... Honglu? Thinking back on it, whenever Grandmother summoned me to visit this place together, I think I felt a bit of happiness. Why? That's when Otis suddenly came to a stop, raised her fist, and motioned in a way that caught everyone's attention. She'd been walking ahead in the vanguard. Stop. She saw something ahead. Figure up ahead, solo. Hopefully she's a candidate who's been separated from her clan. Should be easy coins for us if that's the case. Otis muttered with a bit of anticipation. It really seemed like she was in her element here. Don't worry, Otis. I am acquainted with her. However, contrary to Otis's wishes, she was not one of the candidates. Dayu! She's a bodyguard of the Zhu family candidate. Why are you here all alone, Dayu? How funny, I was just thinking about you. For the briefest moment, Dayu's eyes looked at Honglu with disbelief before hardening into a stern expression. I must have alarmed you all. Apologies. The walls came out of nowhere. Excuse me. My inattentiveness has separated me from the rest of the clan. So you have no idea where the rest of your clan or your candidate is? No. But if a different candidate finds you here alone, they will attempt to eliminate me, though I am but a follower, because it would be beneficial for them to do so. Then have you been waiting here all along, waiting for the one you follow to return? Yes. Oh. I suppose I did, and believed that if I simply waited in that same place we became separated, they would eventually come back for me. A foolish belief. The arena is constantly shrinking. They wouldn't take the risk of coming back here just to pick up a straggler. Of course, they wouldn't. The air between us has become palpably awkward with impressive rapidity. I suppose it could be said that you have a certain advantage over other candidates here. You're more familiar with this place than anyone else, are you not? Silence again, just like then. Just like when you refused to tell me anything to the end. With all those years, I was in your service after the complete annihilation of the Kong family. About you, big bro about you, here. Huh? What happened now? You look so glum again. We're still gonna play a game play the game you like today, right? Oh, don't tell me. Are those meanies back at it again? I'll kick their butts with this new move I learned yesterday. No, it's okay. Don't worry, Dayo. I still don't understand why they say those things to me, but I still think I could be their friend one day. Young Master Baoyu, do you know where the whereabouts of the variable GMU? She said she'd be at the lab for a little bit. Oh, no, that's not good. I have something to tell her. It's actually, very urgent. I need more of those boluses to maintain this body, but she wouldn't return my attempts to reach her. So I thought I would pay a visit myself and... Are you okay? Big bro, hide behind me. He's not from Hongyuan. I see. She must not have discarded her clone for over a week. Foolish girl, I warned her time and again that either the clone was a cloned brain or the original must be discarded within the week of production. It seems that she could not bear to relinquish this new body of hers, unburdened by ailments of both body and mind. Grandma, is there anything we can do for her? The head will not suffer those who have broken their taboos to live. Oh shit. I realized I was muted when I pushed through that last line. But, this is the omnipresent terror they cast over us. They are always watching, always primed to appear no matter where you are. Even as you eat, even as you slumber, even as you are wed. The circumstance matters not. The context is meaningless. If a taboo is broken, they will be there to carry out the sentence. Almost as if they are the executors of natural law. Let us sleep here, Balyu. Be careful. Don't touch her. I think she's gone. She's not breathing. But look, her eyes are still open. I want to help her close her eyes. It's too cruel and sad for her to be all alone, even in her final moments, looking at this lonely place. Balyu. Then come here again tomorrow, then again the day after. Grandma brings me here every day anyway. It's going to happen whether I want to or not. Why would you say such a thing, Dayu? Because whenever I see you, I see the face of someone who's just about ready to leave this world forever. Okay? Promise you won't leave me all alone in here. I'm just as scared of this place as you are. It feels too big, too vast. But just thinking about playing with you, flying kites with you, it all makes me feel a little better. The restructuring day has begun, it seems. I hate the restructuring days. I hate the sound of those bells. Rest easy, little Balyu, for the restructuring days will not touch us. Dongwon only expands and never shrinks as the homes of the poor or do. Grandma, do you think Dongwon can change? What has prompted this question? Because I want Dongwon to... Oh. Are you okay? Stop the palanquin. Please help him pull him up. He's gonna fall. What? I'm sorry. Young master, it's too late for him. Helping him now won't do a thing. How can you just turn a blind eye and pass him like nothing happened? He's right there in pain. Please help me pull him up. Please. Little Balyu, you cannot save them, let alone everyone. And if you cannot save everyone, it is wiser to not try at all. I know I can't save everyone, but at least this one person who's about to fall, please. You struggled to move past this during the last restructuring day as well. So has your struggle managed to save even a single life? No. Still, Grandma, still. Try it then. It would be much better for you to learn this lesson early. What is it, little Balyu? I must have been mistaken. I thought I saw someone watching me. Once the memory faded, keep hitting the wrong button. Dayu stumbled before leaning on a wall. What was that? Visions of the memories I never was to see again. Wait, she saw that too? Did you see that too? What kind of... Dante, perhaps this is another feature of the previously discussed expansion of your abilities. So does that mean I can show our sinners past to non-sinners too? And it's totally out of my control. That possibility cannot be entirely dismissed, but it's unlikely that your abilities activate with no discernible pattern. There must be a condition that must be met. I mean, I assume it's because she's in the memory. Wang was not. I wonder what that might be. Wang Zhao from earlier seemed unaffected by it. Possible connection can be drawn to the rising level of one's emotions. The visions, even when they activated for the sinners, were brought on by certain emotional triggers. In such a case, an individual who is a part of a powerful memory that causes a sinner's emotional state to drastically spike could trigger a resonance effect. Honglu?
대요.
Deo?
네가 그리 말했는데도
I ended up leaving you all alone in Dongwonyon, in spite of your pleadings.
그러니까
So your resentment is justified.
제가 듣고 싶은 건 그런 말이 아닌 거 아시지 않습니까, 오라버니?
You know that's not what I wanted to hear.
그날
Nothing.
이곳에서 무슨 일이
You refused to
있었는지
tell me
조금도
anything about what
이야기하지
happened
않고
here on that day. Your only response, a smile.
지금
And I see that hasn't changed. Honglu, whose only solace in those unwilling visits to the laboratory, was that he got to spend time with Li Dayu.
그날 이후 대부분의
Linda,
시간을
after that day, you wasted your days away locking yourself within the bounds of Dongwonyon, never leaving its premises even once. And when I inquired, you only make a sorry smile, not giving me an answer all the same. Until one day, completely out of the blue, you said you'd be leaving Dongwonyon. You weren't the only one who lost those who were important to them in an annihilation of the Kong family. In fact, did you ever truly care about anyone to begin with? There was a silence. Her questions were sharp and thorned, but Honglu made no attempts at making excuses or denying her accusations.
맞아 대요.
You're right, Dayu.
나보다는 네가 겪은 아픔이 훨씬
You
더
must
클
have
거야.
suffered so much worse than I. So much so that I cannot even begin to imagine it.
하지만
But even if you were to learn of everything that happened, what will that knowledge do to heal your pain?
괴로움도 즐거움도
All the suffering, all this joy, they're just moments bound to be lost in time. Trying to catch what is destined to slip away will only bring pain to your heart, nothing more.
알고 있어요.
I know.
하지만 제가 무엇보다
But what I
견딜 수
really
없었던
couldn't bear was it's
무엇이 오라버니를
just what happened to you that
죄송합니다. 다소 감정이
apologies. I must have lost myself for a moment.
주인도 아닌 다른
It was
후보자에게
improper of
이런
me to
감정을
show such emotion to a candidate who is not my master or even a relative.
늘 용서하세요.
Please excuse my impudence.
그
So I'm really sorry about having to bring this up in the middle of a serious discussion, but don't you think we should probably get moving? Enough time has passed. The walls will begin invading the space soon.
대요.
Do you?
네가 괜찮다면
How about you come with
우리랑
us?
같이
Only if
움직이겠어?
you'd like to, of course.
보차 노이를 만날 때까지만이라도.
At least until we run into Big Sis Bao Chai again.
그건 연민을
Tossing me a
적선하시는
pinch of pity.
아니,
No, because this place is too dangerous to be alone.
오라버니와 함께
If I
다니는
travel with you, will I see more of those bizarre visions?
글쎄.
Well, I
그건 내가
don't
아니라
know.
관리자님의 힘이라서.
That was the manager's power, not mine.
네가 계속 보는 걸 권하고 싶진 않지만.
I'd like to recommend against going through more of these visions, but I won't stop you.
그럼
Then
실례하겠습니다.
please excuse my intrusion.
동행에 폐가 되진
I will try my utmost to not be a burden to you.
하겠...
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Wait. Okay, gloom and gluttony.
이거 참 설레는구려.
There's a suspicious-looking door to the side. Should we check out what's inside? Yeah, what should we do? Your choice, self-appointed class president. Heathcliff replied nonchalantly. Well, alright. Let's head right in, then. Okay. Yeah, smooth moves, Ishi. Let's pretend none of that happened. Turn around and keep walking. What happened? I didn't expect that, you know? So does that mean we can move on like nothing happened, or is it a case of no backsies? That's when the host's voice, after a long silence, suddenly began buzzing again. Oh my, a certain candidate and his clan elected to bravely open a mysterious door only to immediately slam it shut in fear? Right, so I won't name names, but on account of being a rather embarrassing display of spinelessness, but hey, I'll give you guys a chance to rectify that. Manager Esquire, we open the door. We must open the door once again. Post haste, the agile even we shall be made. Should we not act swiftly? Don Quixote ran up to the door and began bouncing up and down with genuine panic. We did see something pretty ugly looking in there, but it wasn't an abnormality or a distortion. I didn't feel anything like it around here either. I don't know, it almost makes it worse. It might seem like the host is there to simply make some goofy commentary on us, but everything she said so far has at least had one grain of truth to it. Let's check out what's inside. We don't know what's waiting for us in there unless we actually face it. Ishmael, now motivated to make up for her earlier blunder, confidently opened the door. The same type of coin we received at the beginning of the game is hanging from the entity's neck. Another demonstration of Marisol's impeccable observation skills. You're right. Why is it wearing a coin? Well, given the circumstances, we can probably gain that a coin by kicking a monster to the curb, right? We desire only to repent. An eternal repentance, we desire only to repent in eternal repentance. The thing endlessly repeats an unknowable mantra. It sounds at once desperate and hopeless. They're certainly not abnormal beings. That's what Dante just said. Hanlon began as though he recognized them. They are people. Hung ones condemned. The condemned howled madly as they charged us.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠, 단테. 하던 대로 해보십시오.
Okay. Not a focus encounter.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
승객들, 뭔가 기분 좋은 일이라도 있었던 거야?
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
감옥을 콱
That'd be split
물어버리자.
evenly.
깔끔하게 물었군.
끝내지.
Okay, evenly enough.